Welcome to my live broadcast for today, guys. Please, if you are joining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Guys, a lot of things are happening and also unfolding at the same time, mysterious things happening. A lot of people are talking about it out there. Many are lost in thoughts. They don't even know what to believe anymore. It has awakened a lot of people. People are beginning to find solutions, spiritual, natural, you know. For them, they'll say any which way in a way, so long as I'm protected. And people in Abuja are living in fear. But these stuffs exist mostly in the north. And when the weather is very hot, like you have in Nigeria, these animals love to be in cool places. So they leave the bushes where they are, the places where they are that is hot, and then they find themselves in people's home where they feel is very cold, especially those of you that have tiles in your house. These animals love to be there because it cools their body. So during hot periods, they look for cool places to relax themselves. Now, that's not to say that you cannot just find them even in hot places too. Maybe those ones have not found a better place to chill. I will start by telling you, for your own good, always do the needful, you know, protect yourself. Because the country you are in, just like the Federal Medical Center, government owned hospitals failed her. I know you will not like to be in that situation where the hospitals will fail you. So why don't you start now to protect yourself and your entire family? Sometimes, don't you think of the children you leave to run around the house, the compound? Children do play kind of crazy play where they could hide under the bed, in the wardrobe, in the storeroom, even in the bushes. They go there to play some kind of hide and seek games. It's time for everyone to start cautioning their children, restrict them, to at least safer places where they could play. Because most parents would just say, "Oh, my children are out there playing," but they never like find time to check if where the environment is safe for them to play. Because though God has been saving children because they have innocent spirit, so these animals see them and just retreat, doesn't strike them. But in some cases, it do strike them. So what am I trying to say? Protect yourselves, guys. God has given you natural things that you can use to protect yourself against these animals. But I don't know why, till now, many have not still found it, you know, like the need for them to have it in their homes, in as much it's not that expensive. What am I talking about? Bitter colas. Get these things, they are cheap out there. Get a lot of them. Put in every strategic corners of your house, hidden places, dark places, under bed, back of cupboards, inside wardrobe, inside your bag. Do you know these things can even be inside your shoe? Inside your shoe. Guys, before you wear that your shoe, ladies, please. They don't just have big ones, they have even shorter snakes too. These ones love to be inside the shoe because the shoe is cool. So sometimes they go in there to relax. So before you wear your shoe, please turn it upside down to make sure that nothing is there. Some people found snakes in their shoe, coiled inside. Imagine they never checked. They are not the kind of type of people that turn the shoe upside down to make sure there's nothing in there. Sometimes there are scorpions in your shoe. So imagine just putting your legs in and the next thing, pah, the thing strikes. That could be fatal. Considering that the country you are in is a very useless one. The healthcare system has failed a lot of people. So please, please, always stay at alert, okay? Now, these bitter colas, you can put them in strategic places, like I said before. Even in your ceiling, you hear noises, right? Sometimes at night, most at night, you hear noises on your ceiling there. Kuru, 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 kuru. You feel it's rats running around. Sometimes it's not just rats. Sometimes snakes are there pursuing the rats because where there are rats, there are snakes. So if you have rats, you have seen rats around your house before in the compound or inside the house, just take note that these rats can easily attract snakes inside there because snakes do, use them for dinner or supper or breakfast, So please, please make sure you clean up your house thoroughly. Buy rat poisons, set in strategic places, even in that ceiling. Put rat poison in there, throw it inside, so that whichever rat comes and eats it dies. Even the snake will try to eat it and also die. Okay. So even the bitter cola, throw them, a lot of them, throw them in the ceiling of your house because they repel snakes. Snakes don't like, I don't know how God did it, but wherever there's bitter cola, snakes don't trespass. It weakens them to a point that it even kills them. So they don't even like coming around there. That's why you see bitter cola trees, you will never find snakes climbing any bitter cola tree. They don't even stay around there, you know. And now look, guys, there are plants that repels snakes. Snakes don't like certain plants. They can't be around there. It repels them naturally. God have created these things for us. It's just that we humans, we don't like researching. So you can go to your Google and search plants that repels snakes. Okay, very important. Get those plants, plant them around your house. Get a flower pot in case you don't have sand where to plant. Get a flower pot and plant those things and put in your house. Okay, very, very important. So guys, remember that wall gecko. You see that wall gecko you see up on your wall in your room, different places in your house. Wall gecko, it looks like a lizard, very irritating kind of animal. Wall gecko, that one is even more deadly than snake, but most of you take it for granted when you see it in your house, in the shop, certain places, even in your office. Do you know that that certain animal, wall gecko, is very, very poisonous? So please, whenever you see it, kill it. And that's why you need to always fumigate your house. Very important, guys. Very important. So now let's talk about Ifunanya. A lot of things have happened these days from the time she died to this very hour I'm speaking to you. Things are unfolding the more. Now, ambulance taking her body for burial. Guess what happened? It broke down. They found a snake under the ambulance. Another one. Then people are now saying, what is all this? Is she connected to the snakes? Is she a marine? Is she possessed? Like this girl, why snakes all around? Now people are saying they must attend that burial because they want to really know if on that particular burial day, the day of the burial, they want to know if snakes will storm there as well. So if snakes should storm there, they will say, oh, maybe she's one of them. Maybe she disobeyed some of the rules given to her and they now came to strike her because now people are not saying this thing is pure spiritual, three snakes in one person's house. That is crazy. Father, mother, and maybe their first son or their first daughter, the third one, right? Could be their child. Now, and people read meanings to read to say that maybe people that are jealous in her, people that are her enemies that she never knew about, because of the way she has been winning certain awards and maybe carrying herself, maybe they felt jealous and then invoked these things into her house spiritually. Where, come on now, Nigeria, there are a lot of native doctors everywhere. So what do you think those native doctors are there doing? Native doctors are workers of iniquity. They are not there for anything good. They are there to kill, steal, and destroy. So native doctors, people patronize them to project these things in people's homes. Okay. So you see, that's why not just fumigating your house or blocking holes, this and that. When it is spiritual, it's spiritual. These things can just enter because it was projected spiritually. So that's why you need prayers. Prayer helps a lot, and then maintain a level of holiness with your creator. Because once you are spiritually filled at a lot, Even when the project is spiritual, it will never come close to you. It won't even work. Okay. But if you are spiritually weak and the project is spiritually, your enemy who has been targeting you, definitely they will succeed 100%. It doesn't even matter if you are singing in the choir, you're a prayer warrior, you're an usher in the church. When your spirit life is very weak and low, that is when the enemy strikes. Yes, that girl has a wondrous voice, and you can tell she loves the things of God. And then people also tell you that these animals love music. When you are singing in your home, pray that there is no snake nearby your house, because when they hear those melodious voice of you singing, they will likely come there to come and dance to it, to know who is singing this sweet song. They love it. They love it. Also, like when you're playing some musical instrument, they love it as well. If you have watched some Indians, all those snake charmers and the rest, you see them, those Indians, when you see them blowing out their flute, like singing a certain song with the flute, they are blowing it. When they are blowing that stuff, you see the snakes dancing to it. They start coming out from the bushes and start dancing to it. Then the snake man just catch all of them and put in a bag. So you see, they love music naturally. So those things attract them. So who can tell? Does she normally sing in her room all the time that made them to particularly lodge in her room? You know, so they left other houses downstairs because people are saying, oh, she's living downstairs. No, from the information, she's not living any downstairs. I think second floor. So this animal climbed the staircase up to the second floor, or they went through the pit. Yeah, the pit. Yeah, the pit, and then found their way through the pipe. Then from the toilet, they burst out. Poof! Or bathroom. You know, some of you guys, your bathroom have holes where water pass through when you shower. Those holes, you have to start checking them. Okay, very important. If you can even maybe put a protector there. Yes, get a plumber to make a protector, metal protector there. They should attach it to that wall so that if at all any bigger one is trying to come out from there, the metal protector will not allow it to walk. Okay. All right. So guys, then also learn to fumigate your house, even the toilets. One at least time to time, put some harsh chemicals in your toilet and flush. Also, any holes in your bathroom, put some harsh chemicals like sniper, kerosene, fuel, pour it in there and flush. Because if there's anyone traveling through the pipe or already in the pit, because sometimes they're in the pit swallowing those cockroaches there and then make their way through the pipe to your house. So if you pour some harsh chemicals in the toilet and flush, or your sink in the kitchen or bathroom where you brush your teeth or wash your plate, you put some harsh chemicals there and flush. Any snake, whether the baby one growing in the pipe, definitely will not survive those harsh chemicals. So that's why sometimes try to also have some harsh chemicals that you can, time to time, monthly thing, pour in your toilet and flush. And also most at night, cover your toilet with every toilet has cover. Cover it. Also close the bathroom doors always. Make sure that windows are closed when you're out of the house. So now, some people said somebody could have dropped those things in her house when she left. Could it be her neighbors? Because who can easily drop three snakes in her house without her knowing? Who can easily do that? It's not just an outsider. It could be insider, someone who is living in that same compound. So the thing is this: who could that be? Is it a jealous neighbor? A jealous neighbor that could have sneaked in and put it in her house and sneaked out, and then waiting to hear the result. That can equally be the case, guys. It could equally be the case. So well, um another snake was seen under the ambulance. I'm thinking, are these snakes humans? Is it that they don't want her body to be buried or something? Like, why is that snake there that particular moment? Though the snake that was seen under the ambulance was killed, the snake was killed because the parents want her body to be returned to Enugu State so that they could do the burial there. Then some people are saying she's a river child, that the meaning of the surname means river child, forgetting that she's not the only person having that surname in Igbo land, So I don't know. A lot of people have crazy surnames, a very crazy surnames. That does not mean that the surname is what they are. Just that it happened to her. People are now saying she's a river child, which I don't think so. You know. So guys, the thing is this: the ambulance broke down. Though many of you have been seeing those kind of a thing in Nollywood movies where ambulance do break down when they are transporting some people back to home for burial. So sometimes they will tell you their spirits don't want the body to be buried, so the spirit will make the ambulance to break down. But what if the ambulance driver or the owners of the ambulance did not service their ambulance very well for that long journey? Won't it still break down? Uh, Unless you tell me that the ambulance is brand new. Yeah, they should experiment it with a brand new ambulance because you do not service your ambulance very well. You don't even do maintenance work. The ambulance break down on the highway. Then they will say, "Oh, the spirits have made the ambulance to stop because they don't want her body to be transported home for burial. They have not yet finished with her spiritually. They are still dealing with her, so they don't want her body to rest in peace." So that one aside, I don't know whether it was her spirit that stopped the ambulance from moving. I don't know whether it's the kingdom of snakes. Some people say she belongs to she's one of them. I don't know. Maybe they don't want her to be buried now until certain things are done. So I think the family should really go and do some deep consultation. They really need to go and find out what really happened to their daughter because it's very strange. She's not the only one living in that compound, okay? Though, as it was reported that she has once reported that she has seen a snake in that compound, yeah, before. She has seen a snake before. But that time she should have taken note and, do some needful thing, fumigate her own house. I don't know. Maybe she'd not really take it like something dangerous. Though these animals don't really strike like that. Do you know that some people have been living with these animals for years and these animals never, strike them or bite them? Yes, a woman in Nigeria, could you imagine that 10 snakes were removed out of her house? 10 snakes, when the snake charmers came, they removed 10 snakes, deadly ones, black in color, long, big, different shapes and sizes were removed from her house. 10. She was living right there with it, but they never harmed her at all. So I don't know. We can say that that's a big miracle, right? God has been protecting her. She never knew that she was living with snakes all these years in that house. You see? So God could have protected her from it, or people will say maybe she's an Ogbanje woman. That's why. If not, how can 10 snakes be in your house and nothing happened? You see, snakes must not bite innocent people now. And if God is with you, nothing can be against you. You will trample upon scorpion and serpent, and nothing will happen. Okay? So many people, these things creeping at night and live in the morning. They do come at night. They just sometimes live alongside with humans. But some useless ones will once strike the people in the house. So please watch your children. Watch your children. If you have little children in the house, please restrict them to certain place where they play. You need to watch them, be around them all the time because they could be playing in a place where there are snakes. Children play a lot in the bush area, under bed. They could do their hide and seek and hide in dangerous places where these animals could be. We played those kind of plays when we're growing up, but thank God, nothing happened to us. We risked it. It was a risk, but we all lived as a child playing, dangerous plays when growing up. If you grew up in Africa, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But thank God, nothing happened to us. But though some children were not that lucky, the snake, devoured them. So it is what it is. So guys, do the needful in your house. Bitter cola is very important. Have some kind of first aid material in your homes. Bitter cola repels snakes. They don't even like coming around houses that have bitter colas. So buy a lot of them, put in strategic places in your windows, corners of houses, in your house. under bed, back of cupboards, kitchen cupboards, store, just different places you can imagine that they could be. Just think about it. Where can these things be? Put bitter colas there, you know. And you can also have them and eat them as well. They are medicinal, just in case, because when there's a snake bite, if the person chews this bitter cola, it neutralizes the venom. Yeah, it neutralizes it. Ask yourself, our forefathers in the ancient times used these things. There was no hospital then, nothing like vaccine. So they treated these things in their natural way. None of them died from it. That's why I told you, bitter cola is spiritual. God made it. We should use it and thank God for it. Also, people have the black stones. People call it the charcoal. Black stones. Have it in your house. Just buy some and keep. Because when there's a snake bite, whether it's your neighbor it happened to or somebody in your street, you can rush and give them, cut the place, the snake bite, cut the place so that blood will flow out. Some of the poison can flow. But first of all, it needs to be washed. Some people don't know that they need to wash that particular area first before doing any other thing. They have to first wash, make a cut in that place so that the blood will flow out, tie up the place, upside of it, tie, press so that blood will flow out, then put the black stone there. When you attach the black stone to that place the snake has bitten the person, you will see that it will just gum, it will just magnet there. After the black stone must have sucked out all the venom, it will fall off naturally. That's like miracle. It's like a wonder. You've never witnessed it, so you would like say, how can it be that black stone will just magnet there and then fall off after sucking out all the venom? Yes, it happens. It happens. So please have black stones in your house just in case it happens to anyone around you or your street, anybody you can easily rush and take the black stone to the person for quick treatment. Okay. Also, like I said before, you can also put some harsh chemicals in your toilet, pour it in there and flush like bleach, kerosene, fuel, sniper, you know, even salt. Some people do pour salt in their toilet time to time and flush because these animals don't like salt at all. Salt destroys them permanently. So if you can also have salt pour in your toilet and flush, it also kills them if at all they are still in the pipe traveling to bust out through the toilet and feast in your home. So please pour in salt in your toilet time to time and flush if you don't have the harsh chemicals I'm talking about, bleach, fuel, kerosene, sniper, all those stuff. Anywhere there are holes in your house, pour these chemicals in there and pour water to flush it out so that it will kill whatever that is in there. So guys, let's talk about the eggs, the frogs, the rats. Do you know that these snakes of a thing, love eggs? They can smell it from a far distance. So if you're having eggs in your house, please put them in your fridge, okay? So that the smell will not over circulate in your home and attract these animals, okay? And also um, eradicate rats. If you can have cats in your home, very good, because where there are cats, there are no rats. And where there are no rats, no snake will be attracted there because even the snakes don't like coming around houses where there are cats, okay? That's why you see some people having cats in their home, some people having dogs in their home, because these animals, like cats and dogs, are very sensitive. They can sense these animals from a far distance, and when they start barking, or yeah, the snakes retreat and run away. They're like, this one is a no-go area. Oh, let's run, let's run, let's run. So please, if you can have cats, go and buy cats. Go and buy cats. Not you might say cats are witches, cats are possessed, but it's not really true. Okay. So guys, many people have made up their mind to follow this story up to the very last, to see things for themselves. You know, to see things for themselves. So I believe the family too would like to go and make their own investigation spiritually to find out what really happened to their daughter. Is it that somebody sent it? Somebody programmed this thing to happen to her? Somebody who was jealous in her in her workplace, in the church, in the compound where she lives, in the street? Who is that enemy that she never knew of that sent this stuff to destroy her? So the family would like to know, and maybe when they find out, they might want to equally they might want to equally revenge the death of their daughter upon finding out who sent those snakes to destroy her. Because three snakes, somehow that's too many, too many. All right, so guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Did you think, or do you think rather, that these things were sent to her? So please be prayerful always, because no one knows who is planning evil against him or her. Okay, always pray, always pray, always pray. She's gone, and we say, may her soul continuously rest in peace. What else can we say? Oh my Lord, when you watch her videos, you're like, man, such a beautiful girl, nice voice, with bright future. Just look at it. Somebody has just ended her life just like that. What will that person gain from destroying her? So maybe is that person now happy that yeah she's gone? And so what happens next? You cannot live forever. So no matter what you are dragging or jealousing her of, many other people still have that same stuff. So are you going to wipe out everybody? And you cannot destroy everybody at the same time. You will not live forever at the same time. So try to always reduce the jealousy in you and the hatred in you. When others are succeeding, it's not their fault. It's God promoting them, blessing them. You also try to do your best. You still get favor from God. You still climb to the level you are seeking, you know. So, well, now her channels, her social media handles are there. It tells you that somehow in the next 120 years to come, social media will be filled up with dead people. I'm telling you, most of you have watched different videos on social media, but you don't even know that the people you watch their video have died even 7 years ago, or 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And some of you are there dropping comments, oh, you are beautiful, can I have your number? You don't even know that girl you are writing have died long ago. So some of you will see a guy on social media talking nice. You're like, wow, you look good. Can I have your number? I would love to meet you. You don't know that guy have died 15 years ago, but his videos are still, circulating the social media. People are still watching it. Because you don't know them, you feel they are still alive. Most of them are dead people. So in the next 120 years to come, social media will be filled up with dead people. I'm telling you, because dead people cannot delete their social media handles. It will remain there forever. It will remain there forever. So the next generation that will come after 120 years, all they'll be watching will be videos of dead people. Yes, check all your favorite celebrities, your favorite YouTubers, Facebook, TikTokers. All those videos you see there in the next 120 years, the owners will be long gone. They will be all dead people. So that is it. So what does that tell you? You have to prepare. Make repair. Make peace with your creator, like live a good lifestyle, help the poor, do the right things you can do your prayers, help the needy, and then God will continuously bless you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you just need to live right. You have no choice. You have no choice. In this life, it's either you are living good or you are living bad. And you know the consequences of living good and the consequences of living bad. You know where each of them will take you to, whether heaven or hell. You will decide it yourself. Because you might be like, oh, I'm still young. Come on, I'm still healthy. I'm not dying today. I will live in the next I'll live to see more many years. Yes, I wish you that. It's everybody's dream to grow old and see his great grandchildren and die in peace. But man, not everybody reach. Even many that are alive today will not even see next year. So will not see August. So will not see July. So will not see November. But they are living today. Even today, many have still passed on. So you see why you have to just try to maintain a level of righteousness. At least I know you cannot be 100% holy, but just try to live, just try to live right, to the level you can, because God could still have mercy on you and you make heaven. So just like Ifunanya now, you see, she never knew that that night she won't sleep in that house anymore. that would be her last day on earth. She never knew. Just like many now living today, they are alive today, but they don't even know tomorrow. So you see, that's why Apostle Paul says, live your life as if tomorrow, as if that day will be your end. Live your life as if that day will be the end of your life. So what does it mean? Assume it that today is your last day on earth. What would you do? Won't you live right? Won't you make peace with everybody? Won't you love to do the needful things, the things commanded by you by your creator to do, help the poor people, visit the sick in the hospital, visit those in the prison, shelter those without shelter if you can, share your clothes, food with people that don't have, just obey those stuffs. Obey those stuffs, obey those stuffs. And you never can tell. You will see yourself making heaven. Making this heaven is not by going to church, praying, speaking in tongues, just obey the commandment given to you by God, especially the one Jesus told them, help the poor, help the poor, help the poor. The poor is always around you. Do those things. Christ said, when you do it to any of those, you have done it for him. People will say, oh, Christ, where were you? If I've seen you when you're hungry, I would have given you food. He said, but that's your neighbor. That person, you saw somebody that is hungry, you never gave the person food. You saw somebody without clothes, you never gave it to the person. If you have done it for any of those people, you have done it for me. That's what Christ is saying. So you see, the secret of making heaven is very simple. It means try to always help the poor as much as you can and according to your okay. Okay. All right, guys. So think about this story, this Ifunanya case. What do you think? Do you think it's spiritual? Do you think it's natural thing that just happened and can happen to anybody? What do you think? What do you think? Did the story shock you? I know many were not able to sleep well at night ever since they started hearing this story. Many were not able to sleep. You know, the fear gripped the soul of many Nigerians. Many cannot even go to toilet normal. Before they go to toilet, they have to look at it very well. ah, they have to look at the toilet well, check under their beds very well, close all doors, watertight security. Many have to do thorough cleanup of their homes just to be sure that they are going to have a good night rest. So I know that's the feeling. Nobody wants to be beaten by that animal. Nobody wants to even experience it or even see it around. So please, if you don't want to see it, do the needful and clean up your house, fumigate, buy bitter colas, put in strategic places in your home, put harsh chemicals in your toilet and flush, kerosene, fuel, sniper, salt, pour in your toilet and flush. It kills them if at all they're in the pipe traveling to come into your home. Holes in your bathroom, pour these chemicals in there and flush it with water. Anyone in the pipe, it can equally kill them. Not only snakes, centipedes, millipedes also come out from those toilets of yours. Yes, they also live in those pipes and they grow big and start crawling out. So please remember, like I said before, wall gecko is even more dangerous than snakes because they look small like lizard. You see them all over in your room. Sometimes in your room, you see them. You're like, look at that wall gecko. That thing is not ordinary. That thing is very poisonous. If wall gecko perch on your toothbrush and release some liquids in there, guy, you now brush with that toothbrush without washing it. Because most of you just carry toothbrush, you just start brushing your teeth. You don't even wash it before even using it to brush. Many of you are guilty of that. So what if wall gecko have perched on your toothbrush and you never knew? Overnight perched on it and use it to brush your teeth. My dear, that is very poisonous. It can kill you. Or most of you just start using your pot to cook without washing. If what gecko have perched on it, release some liquid on it, and you just start cooking with it, that could be poisonous, instant death waiting. So always wash pots thoroughly before using to cook. Always wash your plate before using it to dish out food. Always wash your spoons, your fork, your knife before you use it to eat because overnight, you never knew while you were sleeping or away from the house, you never knew what wall geckos did on those plates, spoon, knife, egg, pots, even the cup used in drinking water. If wall gecko have perched on it overnight, release some fluid in there and you just come use it and drink water without washing. anything can happen to you and it could be fatal. So please watch these things. Also, make sure you protect your foodstuffs because wall gecko, the feces, the shit. If wall gecko shit on your foodstuffs and you don't know it's mixed with it and you can cook without thorough washing, it could equally destroy you. So make sure you destroy, kill any wall gecko you find in your house. That is very important, okay? And kill those things that attract wall gecko like spiders. Make sure you destroy cobwebs in your home. All cobwebs in your home, destroy them, okay? Because they do attract wall gecko and fumigate well, okay? I'm out of here, guys. Bye bye. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. See you guys later. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.